Greetings to you all. Welcome to class 10. Unit 2, Prose, The Night the Ghost Got In. Book back exercise part 3. Dear children, already we have discussed the remaining part. Now we are going to do from writing section page 39. Writing how to write a good speech. To write a good speech, அதாவது orator, பேச்சு போட்டிக்கலாம், பேச்சு திறமை வளர்த்துக்கிறதுக்கு என்னெல்லாம் பண்ணணும். ஓகே, பாயிண்ட் நம்பர் 1, ஹாவ் அன் இன்ஸ்பைரிங் ஓப்பனிங் அண்ட் எண்டிங். அதாவது பேச்சு தொடங்கும் போதே ஒரு இன்ஸ்பைரிங்காக பண்ணணும். ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் யூஸிங் சம் கோட்ஸ் லைக் தட். செகண்ட் ஒன், அப்ரோப்ரியேட் ஆர் சூட்டபிள் டோன் ஆஃப் வாய்ஸ். எக்ஸாம்பிள், சின்சியர் ஃபார் எ சீரியஸ் இஷ்யூ, ஹியூமர் ஃபார் காமெடி எட்ஸெட்ரா. சீரியஸாக விஷயங்கள் பேசும்போது சின்சியராக பேசணும், ஜோக்காக காமெடியாக பண்ணும்போது ஒரு ஹியூமராக இருக்கலாம். தேர்ட் ஒன், அடாப்ட் ஸ்பீச் ஃபார் பர்பஸ் அண்ட் ஆடியன்ஸ் எட்ஸெட்ரா. டீனேஜர்ஸ், மிக்ஸ்ட் ஆடியன்ஸ், டீச்சர்ஸ், சில்ட்ரன் எட்ஸெட்ரா. அதை குழந்தைங்களுக்கு பேசும்போது அவங்களுக்கு ஏற்ற மாதிரி, டீச்சர்ஸ்க்கு, மற்ற ஜென்ரல் ஆடியன்ஸுக்கு. ஸோ அது ஆடியன்ஸ் யார் கவனிக்கிறாங்கன்னு பார்த்துட்டு அதுக்கு ஏற்ற மாதிரி we have to speak. Fourth one, organize ideas logically and do not confuse the audience. ஐடியாஸை லாஜிக்கலாக கரெக்டாக சீக்வன்ஸாக we have to arrange in mind itself. Fifth one, use emotive language to convince your audience that what you are saying should be listened to. So whenever you are speaking something, let the audience listen to it. Example, even if they put us in chains, torture us and leave us to bleed, we will not move. Blood will be our victory. So இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு இமோஷ்னலாக பேசுறது. Sixth one, use rhetorical questions. Rhetorical questionsனாக்கா கொஸ்டின்ஸ் கேட்குறது, அதுக்காக ஆன்சர் அவங்க சொல்லணும்னு கிடையாது. அது கொஸ்டின் கேட்குற மாதிரி கேட்கணும், அதுக்கு ஆன்சர் வந்து இட் இஸ் சைலண்ட் லைக் தட். ஓகே, ஆஸ்கிங் ஏ கொஸ்டின் ஃபார் பர்சுவேசிவ் எஃபெக்ட் விதவுட் எக்ஸ்பெக்டிங் ஆர் பிளே. அதாவது ஒரு கொஸ்டின் கேட்குறோம், கொஸ்டின்ஸ் கேட்குற மாதிரி இருக்கும், ஆனால் அது ஆன்சரில் வர வேணாம், பிகாஸ் ஆன்சர் இஸ் ஆப்வியஸ். எக்ஸாம்பிள், வாஸ் ஹி நாட் எ குட் மேன், knowing that the audience agree anyway. Seventh one, make sure you are writing in the correct person. அது கரெக்ட் பர்சனில் யூஸ் பண்ணுங்க. ஐ, யூ, அதெல்லாம். எக்ஸாம்பிள், ஐ பிலீவ் தட், ஐ நியூ ஹிம் வெல். நெக்ஸ்ட் ஒன், யூஸ் இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங் ஃபேக்ட்ஸ் அண்ட் ஃபிகர்ஸ் எட்ஸெட்ரா. ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள், இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங் ஃபேக்ட்ஸ் எல்லாம் பண்ணும்போது மக்களுக்கு ஒரு நம்பிக்கை வரும். ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள், 2 lakh people with diagrams or charts to help your audience visualize it. Fine children? Okay. Next one, rhetoric. Rhetoric was an art of using eloquence, grand, effective speech for persuasive effect in public speaking. It was taught in medieval universities and included techniques such as elaborate figures of speech, simile, metaphor, memorization and delivery. How it was said? The Romantics said it was insincere and far too grand. Today, we use it to describe writing that persuades the readers. Fine children? Now, next one, moving on to section M. Write a speech for your school literary association celebration with the given lead. So, we have a few words in the column. Using that, we are going to give a speech. Opening should be there, purpose, audience, language, good, some good describing words, adverb and adjectives, emotive words, imagery, etc. And then a good ending. Shall we start? Okay. Good evening, respected chief guest, principal, dignitaries and dais, teachers, parents, and my dear friends. Now, purposes, I am privileged to speak about our school literary association. Now, audience, this evening it has been inaugurated by Professor Nedumaran. The association gives a platform to all our friends to showcase their creativity, aesthetic sense, and communicative competence. Now next one, language, some describing words. We can review abridged version of masterpieces of world literature and share what we like or don't like about them. Besides, once in a month we can participate in the on-the-spot poetry writing contest. We can state important monologues of Hamlet, trials came in Merchant of Venice, and the oration of Antony in Julius Caesar. And how we are going to conclude it? Ending, each month we can specialize on a particular social issue and organize script writing contest, and the most acclaimed script can be used for our own cultural programmer. I have a strong belief that our school literary association shall give us opportunity to develop our language production and help us succeed in life outside school. Fine, children? So, in the Mari Edinaka, the speech will be very interesting. Now, moving on to grammar section, children, we are going to deal articles. Articles, all of you know, a and the. Fine? A, and the are called articles. We use a or an with singular nouns only. So, a, ano, singular nouns use pandrom. Example, a girl, an orange. We use a with singular nouns and adjectives which begins with a consonant sound. அதாவது a வந்து எப்போ யூஸ் பண்ணுறாங்க, சிங்குலர் இருக்கணும் அண்ட் மோரோவர் கான்சனன்ட் சவுண்ட். அதாவது உயிரெழுத்து கிடையாது, மெய் எழுத்துக்கு we will use consonant sound. உயிரெழுத்துக்கு கிடையாது. For example, a computer, a unit, a wonderful artist. அதுக்கு யூனிட்டுக்கு யூ, ஏஐஓ யூ தான் இருக்குது. நோ, ஆனால் யூ சவுண்ட். ஓகே, we use an with singular nouns and adjectives which begin with a vowel sound. So, whenever you going to use an, that is for vowel sound. அதாவது உயிர் எழுத்துக்கு sound a, e, எல்லாம் இருக்கு இல்லையா, அந்த சவுண்டுக்கு we use an. For example, an artist, an MLA, okay, an honest shopkeeper, like that. So, இன்னொன்று for abbreviations starting with L, M, N, S, F, H, R, இந்த சவுண்ட்ஸுக்கும், அதாவது இந்த மாதிரி வரக்கூடிய சவுண்டோட அப்ரிவேஷனுக்கும் we use only an. Note, words beginning with consonant letters do not always begin with consonant sound. Sometimes consonant soundல ஆரம்பிக்கும், ஆனால் கான்சனன்ட் சவுண்ட் இருக்கிறது இல்லை. எழுத்து வேணால் கான்சனன்ட், ஆனால் சவுண்ட் வந்து வால் சவுண்டாக இருக்கலாம். சம்டைம்ஸ் எழுத்து வேணால் வால் சவுண்டாக இருக்கலாம், சம்டைம்ஸ் எழுத்து வேணால் வால் லெட்டராக இருக்கலாம், பட் சவுண்டு கான்சனன்ட் சவுண்ட் வரலாம். ஸோ மாற்றி மாற்றி இருக்கும். We should be very cautious to identify that. Similarly, words beginning with vowel letters do not always begin with vowel sounds. For example, honor sounds like honor. European sounds like European. சரியா? We use the when a person, an animal, a plant, a place, a thing is mentioned for a second time. So, second time use பண்ணும்போது we should use the word the. Example, I bought a book this morning. I am reading the book now. அந்த first time யூஸ் பண்ணும்போது யூஸ் பண்ணிக்கோங்க, second time யூஸ் பண்ணும்போது யூஸ் the. Okay. We use the when it is clear to the listener or reader which person, animal, place or thing we are referring to. அதை தான் சொல்லும்போது கரெக்டாக இவங்களை தான் பர்டிகுலராக சொல்கிறது. For example, the judge found him not guilty. We use the when there is only one such thing. இன்னொரு வாட்டினா இதை எப்போ யூஸ் பண்ணுறோம், ஒன்று தான் இருக்குது, யுனிக்காக இருக்குது. For example, the earth goes around the sun. Next one, we usually use the before ordinal numbers. For example, I live on the third floor. So, ordinal numbers, first, second, third, and the mari. We use the before some proper nouns such as the Indian Ocean, the Arabian Sea. அப்போ ஓஷன்ஸ்க்கெல்லாம் ப்ராப்பர் நவுனுக்கு எல்லாமே the. We use the before names of most buildings, landmarks, monuments and natural wonders. For example, the Park Hotel, the Taj Mahal. Next one, we use the before names of places containing of the Republic of China. The நிறைய places together இருக்கிறது. The names of places ending in plurals. Plurals are ending ஆகுது இல்லையா. For example, the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, the Netherlands, அதுக்கும் the யூஸ் பண்ணுறோம். Some proper nouns are not preceded by an articles. For example, the names of continents, Africa, Asia. The names of countries, Belgium, India. இங்கே the Indiaலாம் சொல்லக்கூடாது. The names of towns and cities, Tokyo, Chennai. The names of streets, Ritchie Street. Some nouns can be counted and they are called as countable nouns. Some cannot be counted and they are called uncountable nouns. We use a or an only before countable nouns. Example, a leaf fell off the tree. That is countable noun. That countable enna mudiyum. So adukku a leaf. Rain can cause flooding. Anga a rain sollakudadu. Enna count panna mudiyadu. We use the with uncountable nouns when it is clear to the reader which things we are referring to. அதாவது கவுண்ட் பண்ண முடியாததுக்கு the யூஸ் பண்ணுறோம். We do not use the with countable nouns. When we are talking in general, uncountable nouns do not take the plural forms. For example, the rice in the supermarket is good. The rice. ஏன்னா அதை கவுண்ட் பண்ண முடியாது. இல்லை ரைஸ் ஒன்று கவுண்ட் பண்ண முடியுமா? இல்லை. Rice is a staple food of Asians. The word some can be used with both countable and uncountable nouns in the following ways. For example, I want some apples. I want some papers. Fine, children? Okay, now moving on to a small exercise. Nagarajan and Dhanalakshmi want to buy a new house. They have come to see a house for sale. Complete the conversation below by adding a, an or the. So, here a conversation dialogue is there. Let us complete using a and the. Nagarajan says, well, here we go. Number 8, Kaveri Street. I think this is the house we saw online. அப்போ ஹவுஸ்க்கு முன்னாடி the இதுதான் குறிப்பிட சொல்கிறாங்க. What do you think of dash location? What do you think of the location? Dhanalakshmi says, it is a nice neighborhood and it is close to the railway station. Nagarajan says, and the bus stop is not too far away. Dhanalakshmi says, how many rooms are there? Nagarajan says, there are 3 rooms, a kitchen and a balcony. Dhanalakshmi says, there is a lawn behind the house, right? Nagarajan, that's right. The lawn is actually quite large. Did you see any photos of the living room online? What does it look like? About the living room, the lawn, the house, okay? Dhanalakshmi says, the living room looks great. It looks bright and airy. It has a nice view of the hills, but the kitchen looks a little small. Nagarajan says, and I remember you said there isn't a storeroom, right? Dhanalakshmi, no, but there is an attic where we can store things. சரி, செப்பரேட்டாக ஸ்டோரும் இல்லை, பட் an attic இருக்குது. Nagarajan, I hope this house is a better option. Dhanalakshmi says, let's wait for the real estate agent. She said she would be here at 3 o'clock. Nagarajan, look, there she is. Fine, children? Okay, now let us read this one. Few articles are missing in the given passage. Edit the passage given below by adding suitable articles wherever necessary. So here there is an article, but the articles are missing. Now we have to write it, okay? Fine, children. My neighborhood is dash very interesting. My neighborhood is a very interesting place. My house is located in an apartment building. So in an, no, downtown, near many stores and offices. There is a small supermarket, so a small, across street, where my family likes to go shopping. There is also a post office and a bank near our house. In our neighborhood, there is a small green park where my friends and I like to play on weekends and holidays. There is a small pond near park and there are many ducks in the park. We always have a great time. In addition, there is an elementary school close to our house where my little brother studies in the 3rd grade. There are so many things to see and do in my neighborhood. That is why I like it. It is really a great place. Fine, children? Okay. Now next one, we are moving on to prepositional phrases. Okay, what is the meaning of prepositional phrases? These prepositions are formed by 2-word or a 3-word combination such as according to, along with, at the time of, because of, owing to, instead of, etc. These kinds of preposition are used frequently in our day-to-day life. The prepositional phrase என்னன்னாக்க அது ஒரு கூட்டு ரெண்டும் டுகெதராக வருது, preposition கூட சேர்ந்து வருது, சரியா? For example, preposition meaning and example will see. According to means as stated by, on the authority of. Example, according to the weatherman, we can expect more cold weather this week. Along with, it is, what's the meaning? Together with, along with. We have to give importance to physical education along with all the academic subjects. Because of, it means on account of. We stayed at home because of the bad weather. Owing to means because of. I can't accept your invitation owing to a previous engagement. Instead of, adukku badilaga, in place of or substituting for. I wish I were going to the party instead of my brother. In the event of, it means in case of. The match will be stopped in the event of heavy rain. Fine, children. Now next, section C. Refer to the dictionary to find out the meaning of the following prepositions and match them with the correct meaning. Fine. So you have the prepositions over here. Due to, except for, with reference to, in spite of, in addition to, in place of, regardless of, for the sake of. So due to, it means because of. Next one, except for, it means with the exception of, it means atavirthu. With reference to, it means referring to. In spite of, it means irrespective of. In addition to, it means added to. Addition, okay, added. In place of, it means as a substitute for. அந்த இடத்துல regardless of, it means disregarding the difficulty. For the sake of, it means in the interest of. Okay, children? Okay, now moving on to section D. Fill in the blanks by choosing the most appropriate prepositional phrase from the given option. First one, everything falls to the ground dash Earth's gravitational pull. Options, in addition to, because of, cause of. So everything falls to the ground because of Earth's gravitational pull. Fine. Second one, the trial was conducted dash the procedure of law. The trial was conducted, and the options are in accordance with, due to, despite of. The trial was conducted in accordance with the procedure. Answer is because of. Third one, there is a temple right dash my house. Options are in, back of, apart from, in front of. So there is a temple right in front of my house. Fourth one, as a dash of his hard work, he achieved the target. Options are instead of, result of, apart from. So as a result of his hard work, he achieved the target. Fifth one, failure is often the dash negligence. Your options are effect of, consequence of, reason of. Failure is often the consequence of negligence. Sixth one, children are given toys dash sweets on Children's Day. So your options are on top of, in addition to, due to. Children are given toys in addition to sweets on Children's Day. Seventh one, the parents must be informed dash any indisciplined conduct of their wards. Options are because of, in case of, in spite of. So parents must be informed in case of any indisciplined conduct of their wards. Eighth one, he didn't turn up dash his busy schedule. Options are consequence of, due to, except for. He didn't turn up due to his busy schedule. Ninth one, global warming is dash the greenhouse emission. Your options are an effect of, in spite of, in addition to. So global warming is an effect of the greenhouse emission. 10th one, dash several warnings he continued to swim. Your options are due to, in spite of, because of. Your answer is in spite of, okay. In spite of several warnings, he continued to swim. Okay, next one, section E. Edit the following passage by replacing the underlined incorrect words with correct prepositional phrases. Shall we do? Okay. Janu is studying in class 10 in the event of the teachers. So instead of in the event, what you can use? Janu is studying in class 10 due to the teachers. Second one, she is a disciplined student in addition to her poverty. So that is wrong. So you should write, instead of her poverty, she is a disciplined student. Third one, She is always neat. Many students like her in case of. Many students like her because of her neatness. Next one. Her simplicity, according to her studies, she also dash. So you can write, in addition to being good in studies, she is also simple. Fifth one, participates in sports. She gets on with everyone in case of. So that is wrong. So answer is, in consequence of her participation in sports, she gets on with everyone. Next one, age and gender in school. In opposition to taking leave, she ensures. She ensures her opposition to taking leave irrespective of age and gender. Next one, that she completes the work given before she goes to school the next day. She completes the work given on top of everything before going to school the next day. Fine, children. I hope all of you understood. You can revise, read again, listen again. You will understand better. Do not miss to watch lesson explanation videos with a lot of images. Thank you.